right, we are live. It is live. All right. Stopping the share. All right. So, for my coaching community, one minute. It's laying around somewhere. See if you can find it for me. All right. Let me get serious real quick. Tried to line something up, but it wasn't on the menu. All right. Well, I'm just going to run through the order of how I set things up. This is your coaching and teaching hub. First step coaching. This is how I run my classes. I just open up, get it going. Just want to make sure everybody's in. Everybody's ready to go. All right. Let's see. Thank you. All right. Did very well for myself today. All right. It's a good deal. So fucking high. Go live real quick. I just want the subscriptions. Let's go. Let's make it happen. Yeah. I want it better. There we go. It's better. All right. So, giving y'all all I got right now. I'm live on a couple different platforms. Just want to make sure that everybody has the information Excited, super duper excited to bring this lesson and this message today. Happy Saturday to everybody. This is actually for my live community. When you're a subscriber, I'm gonna bring you into some of my first step coaching classes to show y'all how I teach to get you ready. So just want to make sure that we're on the same page. Let me go ahead and get this link out to somebody that said they don't have it real quick, and then we'll go from there. All right, paste this. All right. Right. So we're over here. So this is my coaching community. This is what I do for a living. So today, the topic is 10 scorching hot reasons to speak to a life coach. 10 reasons to speak to a life coach. And we'll get into that. But first, let me go ahead and share this content that I have set up. I like to open up my classes with a tad bit of motivational speaking. Yes, I'm a motivational speaker. So let me give y'all some of that, and then we'll go into the next thing. All right. So let me go ahead and share this real quick. All right. So this is what it is for me. I want you to picture yourself. I want you to picture your opportunity. I want you to know that you're strong. I want you to know that you have a destiny, a purpose higher than what you're currently living at. If you're not striving for perfection, if you're not intentionally preparing for the next level, it means you're afraid. So let me talk to you about somebody that wasn't afraid for a second. Can I? Let me remind you about young Jack. Jack, once that beanstalk sprouted, he wasn't guaranteed that once he went up that he was going to come back down. Yet he climbed. He was living in squalor. He was a peasant. And he was tired of what I call an expected outcome. Without those beans, without that beanstalk, he knew what his life was going to be like, people. And he was brave enough to say, I don't know what's up that beanstalk. I'm still going to climb. I'm going to leave everything that I know and I'm going to climb. I'm going to get up there and see. I've been Jack before, haven't you? Tired of coming home to the expected outcome that you are no longer comfortable living in. So I say, climb higher. Get on that beanstalk and climb. Get your tail up there and see what God has for you. See what was purpose for you. You can spend your whole life being afraid, but that's a decision. Jack, he made the right decision. Read the story. You know the outcome. He went up there beanstalk and brought down riches untold for his mom, for his family, for his future. So I say climb. Stop being afraid and get on that beanstalk and climb. Because if you don't, you know what to expect. You know what's coming next. Unlock your potential with First Step Coaching and Taibu Muad'Dib. Climb. All right. I'm getting good at that, y'all. I swear I'm getting good at that. Let's stop that share. Let's jump off into the content. So here at First Step Coaching, I want to make sure that everybody knows I teach, and my philosophy is effort, focus, and commitment. I recently released some documentation, and it was documentation that was set up so that it would be a system, a proven method. See, many of you don't have a proven method or a system. So mine is effort, focus, and commitment. So when you see the EFC workbook, download that link. That's how you begin. That's how you start. Welcome in the class members. Everybody, if you have the link, go ahead and tap into the link. Our class has already begun. You missed the welcome. That's all right, though. We're into the teaching. So when I go into my teaching mode, I want to welcome you all to First Step Coaching. I'm Taibu Muadiba. I'm a certified goal achievement coach. You can apply to see if you qualify for my course curriculums. I have 6-month course curriculums. That's it, 6 months to get it done. I don't want you for a year. I don't want you for your lifetime. I want to add some skill sets to you, change some behavioral patterns and make you more successful. I have my case study in here right now and a couple other client members. So I want you guys to enjoy yourself. Just sit back and just let me feed you, all right? The topic today, 10 scorching hot reasons, smoking hot reasons to get a life coach, right? To talk to a life coach, to speak to a life coach. I'm going to share this content over here for my class, and then we'll go into the teaching part of it. So there's probably more than 10 reasons, but I do my research for my clients and my coaching community. We have 10 right here, okay? If you have trouble following through with your goals, talk to a life coach. I'm talking about, we're all setting goals every day. I want more money. I want to raise. I want to go on vacation. We all have goals, right? But if you have trouble following through with them, speak to a life coach. Limiting beliefs that hold you back. What's a limiting belief? It's where you self-identify with the person in the mirror. The person is broke, poor, brokenhearted, may even have a learning disability. I don't know. You always feel challenged above what you can do. And that in your mind is, I don't know if I can do this because, I don't know if I can achieve that because. That's a limiting belief. Talk to a life coach. If you simply don't know where to begin, I've been making calls and I'm telling you right now, the more people I call, they all have some kind of goal, but they don't know how to start. People, they're like, well, I don't know where to begin. I don't know how to get more out of myself. You talk to a life coach. If you just don't know where, if your goal is so big, I want to be a superstar singer. If that's what, but you have to have a starting line. You have to begin somewhere. If you don't know how to begin your path or your journey, talk to a life coach. Reason number 4, if anxiety and stress are reoccurring themes, and that's why I gave you guys and gals that Jack and the Beanstalk climb speech just now. That's my signature speech, being more. If you find yourself being stressed out and dealing with a lot of anxiety over and over and over and over again, you got to talk to a life coach, all right? Getting the perspective and outside help that a life coach like myself can afford you is integral in helping you move past those disheartening emotions. All right. Halfway there. Some of you are unable to define a clear vision, right? You want to be promoted at work. Why? You get that promotion. Oh, this wasn't what I thought it was. You are unable to define a clear vision. You wanted that promotion because you thought it came with more respect, right? With more pay and less hours, right? If you're unable to define a clear vision, you got to talk to a life coach. Talk to someone that's certified to do this for you, to help you put it together. See, a life coach can help you cut through all the noise and get clear on what you want. That's the bottom line. If you're unable to define a clear vision for yourself, get a life coach. If you have, I want to do something, do this, I want to do that. What's the priority? Talk to a life coach. Your finances, health, relationships, career, or business is in complete disarray. Now, you may have your finance, your health, and your relationship in order, but your business is suffering. Any one of those, you still want to talk to a life coach. You don't want to have to worry about, you're putting everything in position. You don't have to worry about doing it all on your own. Let me do the research. Let me come to class and line you up with the right kind of situation to get you on your journey. If I'm making sense, go in the comment section in the chat room. Tell me I'm making sense right now. If I'm making sense, I'm teaching you something. If the passion you once had for life is gone, get you a life coach. Don't get you a deadhead life coach. Get you a live wire like me. If you lost your passion for living, let me tell you right now, it's fabulous. It's fabulous to be alive. If you are in the land of the living, as they say at church, it's fabulous. If you are not making the most of it, talk to a life coach. Talk to someone jovial and gregarious like myself. Get you a life coach that's about that. All right, it's about that life. But if the passion you once had for life is gone, it could be because you suffered some losses. You've suffered some losses. You've tried some things and failed, right? You need someone like me to help you identify the issues you faced and the upshots in your path that have led you to where you are. So the situations that brought you down, look at them like challenges. Remember, if life doesn't challenge you, how can it build you? If I don't challenge my muscles, how can I build them? Science. You have to be challenged to increase. If you get easily sidetracked by time wasters, I'm coming down somebody's road this afternoon. If you spend too many time with people who want to party, who want to play, who want to hang out, there's no productivity in that. If people call your phone with their personal issues while you're trying to get your work done, come on. If I'm making sense, get in the chat room, raise your hand, tell me I'm making sense. If you are too easily sidetracked by time wasters, close family members that just can't get right, they're sapping your energy with their own negative outlook on life, their own problems. If you get easily sidetracked by time wasters, it's good to have a life coach like me who will make sure that you're putting your energy and your focus into the activities we've set forth to get you to your goal. Get a life coach when your friends and family don't believe in you. Now, I don't want to keep it, I'm going to keep it respectful. But no matter what you think about them, what they think about you matters. No matter what you think about them, what they think about you matters. It's going to have an effect on what you do. That's why so many million and billionaires only hang with each other and not with people who are broke or people who are trying not to be broke or people who are struggling and striving to become millionaires. You have to get into that crowd to be into that crowd because they don't want to be. As I increase my influence and my reach, I have to be careful to make sure that I don't treat somebody like they're insignificant, but at the same time, I don't allow what they're going through or what they're putting out there or their energy to affect my drive. If that makes sense. If your family and friends aren't supporting your dreams, that can have a serious negative impact on your drive. Get yourself a life coach like me. When you're completely lost and feel like all hope is gone, talk to Taibu Muad'Dib. I got you. That's 10 good reasons right there. I'm going to stop to share because I want to teach you what makes First Step Coaching so special. Effort, focus, and commitment. Thank you for subscribing. All of you that are subscribing, this is subscription only. If you subscribe, I appreciate you. Thank you for subscribing. I love you guys. So I'm going to go over here right now. I want to make sure that I'm teaching properly. So effort, focus, and commitment. So you have to put them in this order: effort, focus, then commitment. All right. If anybody wants to know why, I'm going to break it down for you right now. Let me go ahead and continue on. We'll have questions and answers after I get done. But right now, let me go ahead and jump off into my teaching. This is what I do at class time. And we'll questions and answer. We'll do that in a minute. All right. Sharing the content. Let's go. And I want to make sure everybody knows that I don't play no games. I'm passionate about what I do and I'm good at what I do. Why is effort first, Taibu Muad'Dib? Confirmed genius. Why is effort first? Because effort teaches us that we can do more than we thought. That's why it has to come first. That's why effort has to come first. We learn new skills and abilities when we take the time to put in consistent effort. Every new success that we achieve through our efforts increases our confidence in ourselves and our abilities. Effort keeps us focused on success. That's why it comes first. That's why it comes first. And if you doubt this, try to get better at something without putting more effort at it and see if that works. So many of you are so lazy in your mind, or your belief about life is, I should have XYZ without doing anything else. It should just fall in my lap. Try it. And then talk to Taibu Muad'Dib and get on the program if you qualify. I'm telling you, people, when I call you and when y'all inbox me and DM me, you still have to qualify for my programming. At this phase of my business, I don't have time to waste time on people I don't believe will be successful on the program, because your success builds my program. Your success has built my program. I want people to see you guys and gals getting successful, getting your certificates, completing your courses, and jumping in because they want to change their life too. If you're ready to stop being afraid and to get on that beanstalk and climb, let's line it up. All right. I'll get you guys. If y'all want the EFC workbook, my workbook is do it yourself. It's a free download. Inbox me, DM me, and I'll send it to you. All right. That's why effort comes first. Continuing to teach and lead. Let me go to my next thing. Why is focus next? All right. Get this screen share out here for y'all. Why is I'm letting y'all think about that. Don't answer the question. But why is focus next? Effort, focus, and then commitment. Let's look at it. Focus is crucial when it comes to achieving our goals. It helps us to remain committed and motivated toward the task at hand. With focus, we can break down complex tasks into smaller, more manageable steps, making them easier to accomplish. And I know everybody out there watching me right now want a little easy. Y'all want a little easy. I know you do. You want a little easy. If you want a little easy in your life, you have to have a greater amount of focus on what you're doing. Until you're putting a greater amount of effort into what you say you want to do, there's no sense in trying to focus on it. There's no sense in trying to focus on it, because focus requires what? More effort. So get comfortable raising your level of effort in what you're doing first, and that'll make it the transition into putting greater focus on things that much easier, like it says right here. All right. Effort, then focus. All right. And to the last one, let's stop that screen share. Commitment. Commitment is the end all to be all, isn't it? Committing to your place of employment and trying to be the best employee that you can be, committing to your spouse or your partner or your family, your children. Commitment is everything. We are nothing if we're unable to commit. Let's go ahead in here and get this going. All right. Until you join the program, you're just giving lip service. When you come onto the program, you're still unproven. I won't know how committed you are to your goal until you demonstrate a greater amount of effort into it and focus on it. So I'm building everybody in my coaching community into folks that are just simply more committed to their goal. Right now, you need me in your life because I'm going to teach you how to become more committed. From lived experience to the certifications to being in this industry for years, I know that the commitment is what gets you in shape, what builds your finance, and what makes you happier in your relationships. Commitment. And I'm demonstrating this on a daily basis. If you watch my lives, if you're a subscriber, if you're watching my lives, I demonstrate on a daily basis, I demonstrate my commitment to podcasting and to putting content out there that's meaningful and intentional and that builds my coaching client and community members. So when I post things and you flip past it, you missing out. Because my concern isn't that you don't understand me. My concern is that you don't understand yourself and I can't reach you. And I can't reach you. Commitment. It says, it is all too easy to find a way out of your goals and intentions. Woo! That went over y'all head. Let me say it again slowly. It is all too easy to find a way out of your goals and intentions. I just said it slow like that, so y'all didn't miss that one. Isn't it though? Aren't you tired of giving yourself a pass and then picking yourself up by your bootstraps and trying again only to do the same thing again? Don't you want somebody that can hold you accountable in a professional manner and advance you towards your goal in a measurable way so you know you're going to get there? Remember, a goal is something you want to do, and a commitment is something you have decided that you have to do. So be intentional. Make sure that you're taking advantage of what you got to take advantage of. Doing the right thing for you is learning how to be committed. All right? Stay committed. Effort, focus, and commitment. I'm going to go ahead and open it up now for some Q&A. We got Q&A time. Let's go. You can unmute yourself. You can talk about what you learned. We can talk about the whole situation. I mean, what's going on? How do you feel about today's lesson? The whole nine. Let's talk about it. Give it to me. Waiting on the when somebody raise their hand. What do you have to say? What have you did you get anything out of that? Give it back to me. What stuck out to you today? Let you unmute yourself and talk. Give it to us. What do you have for us? Do you have any questions? Let's talk about it. So while we're waiting to see, so this is what it comes down to. So that's how I teach. That's how I lead. I break it down. I don't try to give too much information to overload folks, but that's what it comes down to. So effort, focus, and commitment. You have your 10 reasons. Did any of those 10 reasons sound like you? And if so, how do you think you should best deal with that? Yep. Yeah. We're waiting on you.
I liked how you broke down effort, focus, and commitment. I think they're good building blocks to start with for any goal that you have. And then out of the 10 reasons, I think for me, it's just anxiety. Because when you struggle with anxiety, it can feel lonely. So just breaking down that that's something you can get help with. And yeah, I really like that. And then I also liked how you talked about if you don't feel like you have people around you supporting you, I feel like my family has been very supportive, but I do feel like with different friendships, everybody kind of has their own things that they're focused on. So it can be hard to support a friend in that way. So, and that's okay. I mean, but like finding someone that does have that time, I think is still important.
All right. And so to be a little bit more specific, when you say anxiety, I mean, we kind of all feel anxiety about certain things. I get anxiety when I order food at the restaurant. So I'm saying, like, what kind of anxiety really gets you up, and really hinders kind of your progress?
Like, what are you asking? What kind of anxiety is motivating, or
No, no, I'm saying, like, when you, so the anxiety is talking about in these 10 reasons is the kind that stops you from reaching your goal. So what kind of anxiety reaches the level where it shuts you down? You know what I'm saying? Is it like making that next move, taking a new position? You know what I'm saying? Whatever the case may be, like, what kind of anxiety gets to you? And this is good for y'all to hear, because this is good. A lot of y'all suffering from social anxiety and things of that nature. It shuts you down. And the stress can be so monumental, it just shuts you down. So what kind of anxiety, and like, when does that trigger you, and how does it shut you down? How do you work through that on your own?
I would say for me, it's like two different kinds of anxiety. I've struggled with like social anxiety, just like networking, meeting new people. I'm new to Texas, so that's been like a heavy theme, like trying to find a new circle of people, make new connections.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
in college, I just remember testing made me really anxious and just like studying. So I guess like with that, like the fear of failing.
Okay, and that's saying a mouthful. Well, if you look back, I mean, I can screen share it again, but let me read back over it again. It says, life can get stressful. It says, you know, there are some anxious and stressful times that happen just naturally. But through the failure, you end up having the emotions that are attached to failure. So we've all failed before. It's just some of us are hanging on to the failure a lot longer than others. That makes sense? And we don't want to do that. And talking to a person like me, like, you know, even if you didn't do well on a test, you can look easily at your study material and look at the effort you put into it. Oh, what I just say, effort, right? You look at your effort. So I have measurables for all of you. I really do. I have measurables that can help you see that you're raising your levels of effort and focus. And so that you feel a lot more committed and a lot more what? Confident when you go into that next test, because you study. Like me personally, I did music, short story, I did music. And so I was confident in performing, even if I hadn't been on that stage before. I was confident in performing because I was confident in the quality of music I was putting out. I knew that, you know, I just had to hear the beat drop and stay on beat. And I knew it was going to have an effect on the audience. You see what I'm saying? So my confidence came from the work ethic and the work I put into making the song. Does that make sense? When you see people have bad performances and things of that nature, that all that shows you is their work ethic, right? Their preparation. So you don't have to have the shut down level of anxiety when you prepare it properly. Does that make sense? And I'll go even farther and say this to you. Put my coaching hat on. That you find out more about yourself through proper preparation. That's why I gave you all that effort. Effort, if you put a greater effort into something, you learn more about yourself. Like, man, I just did a little bit more and I got so much more out of it, right? So the anxiety that you're dealing with as far as networking and the new positions and being in a new area, all I want to say about that is that it's only a derivative of not being prepared. If you're going somewhere new, how are you prepared to network? Do you have business cards, a tap card? Are you comfortable sharing in you know, a page on social media? Do you have a networking page set up that you don't mind just giving out to folks and passing out to folks? That's not your personal one. See what I'm saying? That makes sense. So it's just your preparation. So our preparation before we in these situations that matter, everybody. All right. So, but effort, focus, and commitment, these are more than building blocks. But I like how you put that out there. These right here are comprise the foundation for success. So she's talking about building blocks. Nah, there's so much more to go on this programming than this. I'm talking about goal leadership and training. I'm talking about the effort, focus, and commitment is the foundational pillar in every home. And where you live right now, there's one solid base that the whole structure is built around. You guys know that? When they excavate in the ground, there's one column, one pillar. That's the base for everything else that builds out from it, up and down and around it. Did you know that? Y'all didn't know that. Effort, focus, and commitment will become that solid base and that pillar for you, where you can build everything else. Does that make sense to you now? So when you guys and gals are getting this thing down, this is how it happens. So if you like what you heard, if you subscribe, I appreciate you. I thank you for subscribing. This is what happens. Is I can run right through this. We got the 10 reasons. If y'all want to know what I struggle with, I'm gonna give you guys what I was dealing with, so you guys can know what I was dealing with. I know y'all want to know, like, what was Taib dealing with, what was Coach dealing with. Let me go up here to the top. So my thing was number 2. I had limiting beliefs that held me back. Not that I didn't believe I was meant for great things. I had limiting beliefs about how to socialize. So I was involved in a lot of criminal activity as a young person, and that persisted into my adult life. It was just hard to work out of myself because I just wasn't putting the work in on myself. But your beliefs that limit you can be your belief about relationships. So say you're good at what you do in your career, but your beliefs about what kind of relationship that you should be in is holding you back. You can't focus on being the best version of yourself. You in a terrible relationship, or if you're doing all the work in it. Am I helping somebody out here today? Limiting beliefs that hold you back is not just you thinking that you can't do it. I had limiting beliefs based on the poor way I was raised to look at the world. So I was shooting myself in the foot. Professional recording contracts, professional football contracts. I kept going to jail and prison. I was shooting myself in the foot because of what I believed about how I should treat people and how I should live my life. You guys don't understand that. You look at these situations. I'm here in Dallas right now. There was Dallas Cowboys caught with crack cocaine and pounds of cocaine in their trunks. Why is a person playing professional football still delivering cocaine? Because they had limiting beliefs. Am I making sense now? So you can have limiting beliefs that hold you back, that have nothing to do with you feeling like you should achieve your goal. Like I'm good. And I talk to many people that have, many of us are number 2s. Trust me. I get on the phone and, oh, no, I'm good. You open all my emails. You signed on for my ad because you like the video. You know what I'm saying? You're trying to solve something with these tips and advice I'm giving out there. So you need motivating, so you're not good. The word is the word system is applicable now, and I'm gonna go ahead and close it out and go to my call to action. If you don't have a proven system, the effort, focus, and commitment change agent is just that. Does that make sense, Ms. Peace? That when you look at how this program can change you, effort, focus, and commitment. So when that becomes your habit, when your habit is to address your level of effort, to consider how much focus you put into it, which is the planning phase, right? And then, are you staying committed? Are you walking that thing out? Can we say that you did it for 30 straight days, 60 straight days, right? So take that climb. This is my call to action. Take that climb. Go ahead and jump in my inbox. DM me right here, Taibu Muad'Dib. on TikTok, Coach Taibu. Follow me at Taibu on YouTube of Taibu with D4019. Get in touch with me because I want to elevate you. I want to get you the workbook. I want you guys and gals to download the workbook, and I want you to begin the workbook so we can identify what your goal clearly identified and what's your greatest challenge. Many of you only see your problem. Have you been there before? Only all you saw was what you couldn't do or the problem that you was having trying to do your next thing, not your goal itself.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I've been there. I find myself cycling back to that a lot. So before I go ahead and jump out of there, it's almost my time. I want to say that I appreciate everybody for tuning in. This public sit-in for this coaching class. This is what effort, focus, and commitment is all about. First Step Coaching. I have different course curriculums. Did you see the flyer with the course curriculums in it? I can read a couple off and see if something, because you're the case study, so want to make sure that we got. Let's see. Let's line you up. All right. Let's get you to choose your course curriculum since you have complimentary access. I'm just going to read a couple off and you let me know if that sounds good to you. Obviously, I'll send you a full email with the full list of them. But some of the better ones, some of the more popular ones that people have been asking about is how to change bad spending habits in five different steps. How to make six figures from scratch. That's one of them that people that's been really popular. Sleep deprivation. Some folks just know they're not getting enough sleep. They know it's affecting them. Then we have how to deal with pressure, how to increase your learning capacity, uh, how to handle or initiate a separation. So if you know you shouldn't be in that relationship anymore, or you shouldn't be at that job anymore, how do you handle initiating separation? My big story is I had an anxiety attack at work. I knew it wasn't for me anymore. I put my 2 weeks in. So, but I'm self motivated, right? So, and I have the EFC. I was lining the thing up immediately. So when you face something, how do you handle initiating the separation? Get out of a bad relationship, quit that dead end job, but have a roadmap lined up so that you can be successful moving forward. That makes sense. So that's a biggie. Budgeting 101, fitness 101, overcoming recidivism. If you have an uncle or aunt or a cousin that's getting out of jail or prison and you want them to stay out this time, I have a 6-month course curriculum for it. Make sure they reach out to me. Leadership 101 and mastering self. Those have been the most popular course curriculums that people have been asking about. Again, I'll get the email out to you, Miss B, so you can choose and select yours as we go through this case study. We're going to get Miss Speaks on to her course curriculum once she chooses one. The same thing's going to happen for all of you. I'm out there. You can choose your course curriculum once you are accepted onto the program. And you don't have to right away. Your 6 months doesn't start as soon as you become a client member. It starts as soon as you choose it. So you can take your time, you know what I'm saying, and do general studies and get the EFC down before you. So I'm not going to rush you off the program if you're not ready. So just take your time, get a couple of classes under your belt, learn the EFC, put more effort and focus and commitment into what you're doing, and then you select your course curriculum. So there's no rush to it. It's just that your class is subsidized because we're documenting it for the public. But I'll send you the email. You can pick your own course curriculum. I'm excited about it. I'm always excited to get some folks some help. All right, that's what I do. A lot of my people from Planet Fitness, LA Fitness, you know me as Coach Taibu. A lot of my online coaching community, you met me as Coach Taibu. So I appreciate all of you. I want to be as helpful as possible. Any final remarks or questions that you may have for me, something I can research for you before our next class on Tuesday night or touch point?
I just want to say thank you
Okay.
for having me in the class. Okay. And I'm excited. I want to take time to look over the EFC workbook and then really think about a good topic for me. But I definitely want to follow up with that for the next class.
Yeah, definitely. And so the classes are opportunities for me to really push that EFC mentality into everybody that's taking the course curriculum. And then when we do our individual touch points, we'll be more intentional on your individual course that you're pushing through. And once you pick your course curriculum, I send you your Google document. So you have the whole, what we're going to be doing for the whole 6 months. It's going to be awesome. Y'all didn't even know I was getting down like that. It's going to be awesome. Thank you very much. I'm going to go ahead and log up everything. If you're a subscriber, a live subscriber on TikTok, you are going to have access to the behind the scenes workings of this. You'll have opportunities to reach out to me and get free tips and advice as I continue to coach and lead. If you're a live subscriber, I'm also going to give discounts when you come on to the program. All right. So that's an incentive for you guys to go ahead and spend that money and stay tuned. But for the most part, effort, focus, and commitment. This is First Step Coaching. I'm Ty Moordeep. Thank you very much. That's the show. I'm going to go ahead and log off over here. You're good. You can chill out. You know, you're good over there. I just want to go ahead and log off over here real quick. Let them do their thing. I'm gonna stop the screen share over here. That's good though. Anxiety and stress. That's good. That's good. I'm gonna go ahead and stop I'm over here recording it on YouTube in this stream. That's good.